Hi guys, today I have a game for you in the Tier 10 Pan-European Destroyer, the Holland. As you can see, this is a ranked gameplay. But before we get into the topic at hand, that destroyers win games, and everyone else, including carriers, are there just to help them win it, want to give another shout out to Dr. Drunk, who I have recently just found out also does YouTube. A link to his Twitch and YouTube channel will be in the description down below. Now, this is going to be more or less about, like I said, destroyers win games. Everyone else is just there to help them, including carriers, battleships, and cruisers. CVs can heavily influence the game, no doubt. But why do carriers go after destroyers? If destroyers aren't the thing that's winning you the game, why would they bother with you? They go after you because destroyers are low detectability, and even in Holland, even in the European or Pan-European line, the German line, those are your weaker hitting torpedoes. They're going to do a lot of damage. Destroyers spot, destroyers cap, destroyers smoke up things. Holland can poop out fuck you CV AA. Look, I don't really even have to get close to that curve first to really risk my ship because of the range of these things. I don't understand the Cabba's play here, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I questioned it the entire time, but you know, if I was in, like, say, Hiragumo, which I still believe the Kitakazi is the pinnacle of the Japanese gunboat line, all I gotta do is get the flood, smoke up, get the fire, burn the guy down. It used to be reverse, to where you'd smoke up, shoot, get the fire, come out, and then get the flood on him, and it was pretty much guaranteed death. I myself, being more of a battleship player, am glad about that change, but I still would like to see, a little bit longer flood damage or just something. But with all the complaining DDs did about battleship AP doing too much damage, I'm fine with it being that way. Just because I like to play battleships more than destroyers doesn't mean I won't play destroyers. Now, like I said, carriers can heavily influence. Why? Because they're spotting destroyers. They're really not risking their ship per se, unless you have somebody who just YOLOs forward. But they can keep destroyers spotted. And, even a German aircraft carrier can do it. They drop torps on it. While most carriers, let's just go with, the rocket planes, we'll send our rocket planes up against destroyers and then use something else to go do whatever. But then when they cycle through, the torps, the dive bombers, to get back to the rockets, they go back out and look for destroyers. Hell, even this Kaba going after this Holland, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have no idea what the hell that Kaba was thinking. But it's not the worst thing. The other thing is, the smoke cruisers, what do torpedoes do? They flush them out of their smoke. Hell, you could even get the DDs that sit in smoke, which is always lol-ass funny. But what are destroyers capable of doing? They can relocate really fast. I think all but one line has speed boost, and that one line is the British line, I know I'm taking a big chance shooting this Z-52 to try to get resets with a small Leinster. But if I can survive for 20 seconds, who's going to spot me? There's no carrier to spot me. There's no radar close enough. Which I'm glad they're changing the concealment of the Russian cruiser split, because I still can't remember if that's the light cruisers or the heavy cruisers. But I'm glad they're changing that, because you know what? DDs bitched about stealth radar, i.e. the cruiser would get spotted and you would be well within its radar range. But why am I going after that destroyer? Why did I build my Halland a little bit more for the guns to kill DDs, i.e. basic fire training, faster turning turrets? If I can kill that destroyer, or whoever who's stopping me from torping stuff and seeing my torpedoes, I'm going to have an easier time. The threat of a DD usually stops so many pushes. Say there were 3 battleships on a 1-2 line, and our other Halland, Prometheus, was over there sending torpedoes. Those guys aren't going to want to really YOLO forward, per se, constantly running into torpedoes. And it's sometimes enough to get people to stop pushing. Why did I shoot here? Let me distract the curve first from our Des Moines. Because a good player is going to take his secondaries off, put them on me, and not our Des Moines. Give our Des Moines a little bit of a chance to, live. Also, try to help with the fires. But the enemy team is down 2 destroyers to our, let's just say, 1.5. Because I understand, Prometheus is kind of low in his Halland. He doesn't have a heel. What can this curve first do? I can sit here all day long and keep him spotted. Hell, if I have enough balls, I can sneak up on a Smolensk and keep him spotted in smoke, I believe, without being in his hydro range. It's a very, 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 very small gap. But I can do it. This curve first can, just sit here and take torpedoes, be spotted, get constantly set on fire. Our cruisers can sit behind islands and safely shoot this guy without being spotted, as long as nobody can see them from somewhere else. We have the points lead, but we have the ship lead, but more importantly, we have the destroyer lead. How many times do you see teams that have the last destroyer alive wins? And it happens way more often than you think. It's because DDs, they, win games, guys. Even when they're going out and just trying to torpedo. They're spotting things for your team. Look at these guys. Look at this Montana and Smolensk. They're in a cross torp between Prometheus and myself. Which means if I get the flood and then Prometheus torps hit him and get the flood, hey, that's a perma flood. I am trying to torp who Prometheus is without even communicating, telling him, without doing this. He is such a good player, he probably did this intentionally while I'm more or less over here protecting these guys from a Smolensk and the Montana, trying to get our cap back, to where I was a little bit closer to the cap. That's how much of a skillful player Prometheus is, in my opinion. But, all I need is a flood on this Montana. It's guaranteed to be a permaflood. And now he's got a permaflood. I don't even have to shoot my guns. Prometheus is letting me know the Monty's in reverse. Of course, I know this because I have torpedoes on him, but he's relaying information. It's what good players do. You don't have to be a super unicum to relay information. Hell, you don't even need really good typing skills. I rarely do it once in a while, give out information. Especially when somebody's DCP is out. Or if I need radar. Or if I need hydro.
Engine boost deactivated.
Hell, I didn't even have to hit, or request this while our Petro radar to Smolensk. Why is he going to hit the Smolensk? Why is he favoring killing the Smolensk? Because the Smolensk can kill me very, very, very quickly. If the Smolensk gets low enough, I'll win the gunfight. But I'm not going to win it by much. Now, I don't blame the Petro for shooting the Montana. Because what does it do? It distracts the Montana. Unfortunately, we need the Smolensk killed. What am I going to do? I'm going to try to shoot the Smolensk to get his attention on me and not
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
not our Petro. I need the Petro alive. Why? I need his radar. I need him to help me kill the Gearing. Why am I shooting this Montana? It's the same thing. Also, I know he had just put out a flood. Want to get the fire. I want to burn this guy down. But look, the guy's got his secondaries on me. Now, unfortunately, he's ignoring me, which means I can just keep shooting and eventually just chuck him down. I will eventually get a fire on this guy. Oh, look, he's starting to target me. What does that mean? He wasn't looking at the Petro, who I am desperately trying to keep alive. Once again, why? He's worth points. He can radar. I'm doing everything I can to help my helpers stay alive so I can help win them the game. If this guy goes down, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Why? Because we're going to be down points. It's already a close points game. We don't control 2 caps. Each team controls 1 cap. Our Petro needs to stay alive to potentially help us with the gearing. I know there's a Kerfuffle coming up, but this Montana needs to die. The other thing this does is, it gives these guys other ships to shoot at. I get the fire. The reason I stopped shooting is I'm starting to take a little bit more damage, and I want to go after this Kerfuffle. The gearing is in low enough health to where I feel, either I or Prometheus can take this guy out, even while he bumped it. And you know what? While our cruiser goes, sorry he misplayed it, yes, he should have taken a ram, but at the same point, the Montana was showing a broadside. I don't blame him for slowing up and stopping. Montana's not on cap. If he lives, it's very important. Staying alive is very important. But because we have this cap, guess what the Montana has to do? He's got to try to get the cap. The Kerfuffle has to try to get the cap. I can keep these guys spotted all day long. The torps reload fast enough to where I can just keep torping them. And if I really need to, I send one salvo, reset them, wait for my torps, rinse, repeat. They're not going to get the caps. As the last destroyer goes down, what can this Kerfuffle do? There's not too much. He can get on that cap, but hell, I don't even have to PR farm, because that's all this is at this point. It's just PR farming. But once again, I'm going for, let me try to get a fire. Maybe I'll hit him with the torpedoes. I'm seeing the scoreboard. I notice it's coming down, so I'm being really greedy, thinking this guy's not going to kill me in time. But destroyers win games, guys. You need to help out your destroyers win the game. If your DD asks for something, try to help them out unless it's something really, really fucking stupid. If your destroyers go for a cap, you need to get closer to help them kill the enemy destroyers. The faster the enemy destroyers are dead, the faster yours can go out and just torpedo farm everything. Dead destroyers mean the battleships aren't going to be afraid to push up. Dead destroyers means your destroyers have free reign of the map, even if there's a freaking carrier. If there's a carrier, I would say stay a little bit closer to your cruisers and battleships still, but it still gives you free reign. Get on cap, smoke up. Guess you got 15 people on a cap smoked up. What is a carrier going to do? Yeah, well, he may blind send something, and he's definitely not going to hit everybody. DDs win games. Everyone is just there to help them. So help your destroyers win games. And it goes the same for your destroyers. I know this is getting long-winded. You've got to help your helpers. If you see a cruiser needs smoke, give it to them. Don't be selfish. Spot for them. Your cruisers and your battleships are going to kill shit way faster than you can. You're just going to plink stuff down or potentially get lucky torpedoes. And lucky torpedoes happen a lot more often than you like to believe. Enough of me ranting. Please go check out Dr. Drunk on Twitch and on YouTube. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day. Or did I already do that?